Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. I've just had a really nice vegan roast. For some reason, going through so many alchemical changes, I've become extremely healthy. And all I'm buying is really healthy food, either fasting, not eating, or just whenever I eat. It's just ridiculous, really nice food. I just been downloading recipes and blown away what I'm making. My creativity is kicked in the kitchen. And the thing is that I never used to know how to cook. I used to burn all the food in the past. So that's how we change, isn't it? That's we evolve. Anyway, I wanted to. There is a few videos linked together because this is something that everybody asks me, and so many of us want to awaken, isn't it? But it's really hard when we actually the source said, look. Here is how to. It's just to go for it, and many want to awaken, but very few are the brave ones who don't care about anything and just go for it at the right time. People think that there is time for them to say no just yet, and the thing is that when you know. The chance is given, it's not to be missed, isn't it? We are at the end of times. Um, but so many of you are asking me, Amor, when I find that teacher, or how long is it going to take for me to awaken? Everybody is like, I want to wake up. And the thing is that you don't realize, guys, what awakening is. You don't realize what's happening behind the scenes. In order for somebody to awaken, it's got to be an army in place. And this is when I want to talk about double agents. What are double agents? Thanks God we have them, and they've been in place from the beginning. Without them, we couldn't have done the spiritual battle that is going behind the scenes. And double A, it looks CIA, Scotland Yard, and it is, guys, it is. I remember when I first awoke, and the first thing that the source was showing me is a room with men dressed on black on suits, and like a demon going up and down, really angry at the fact I got awakened. And I was thinking, well, it's none of you. I don't know who you are because that was a long time ago. I didn't know about the shadows, the reptilians. I didn't know all of that. So when I saw that vision, I was thinking, well, who are they? And what do you mind? What do you care? If I'm awake and I just want the truth. And if I hold the truth, I want to tell everybody. Isn't that the right thing to do? I mean, who do you think you are to try and stop me? Very naive I was of how strong they are. I mean, they're sentient programs. These people are not humans, guys. These people is artificial machinery that is there to not break you, to kill you. Some people have been on the public eye, isn't it? And it's harder to kill them because they are like that big eye in the public eye. Although that he got it from every single direction, humiliation and everything that he's going through, be it from from the websites, Facebook, like I am whenever I go to spiritual sites that they are supposed to be great awakeners, and I go there and give my energy, I get kicked out. The ones that hold me, and I know that the ones that genuinely, the people behind running them, they're on the right frequency and they want to genuinely help awaken anybody. The other ones just there to keep you in a loop, wondering. They don't really give you the answer, and somebody goes there to give it to you, then they kick that person out. But it's always a way of sneaking in, isn't it, and getting the right people on board. The source knows best. So double agents are these kind of people who were prepared from the beginning to actually be part of the Illuminati elite. They actually portrayed themselves as they were what I call the followers. And let's get this clear, because this is something that I haven't explained much in detail because I didn't want people to get upset, because it is, for me, when I found out, it was really heartbreaking, because we think that the matrix and everything behind the scenes are the reptilian race, but no, guys, the gods of the matrix, and some of the people who are on top of the pyramid, they're not reptilian. They're actually our brothers and sisters, and they are the ones who instigated the disconnection. It's not anybody to be blamed. The source doesn't hold anything against them. The ego kicked in. They became really weird and stupid, and doesn't matter how much the soul tried to persuade them and say to them that it's not a good idea to disconnect, and persuade others to disconnect, and the fact that the soul is going to have to come down and sort the mess out. They didn't listen. They wanted to play God. That's it. They went up to the head and they wanted to play God. So I call the crown themselves God of the Matrix. What I didn't expect is that the Matrix had an energy of their own, and and they created a monster that trapped them on their own delusion. It got really complicated, I know. So it's the originators and the followers, which also the children of God, who team up with the originators to actually get the human race disconnected. But again, as I said, it was a game. They didn't know it was going to get so ridiculous. Some of them, they were caught on their own deluded delusion illusion, the ego kicked in, and they got taken over, and then the matrix energy, even more, and they're suffering the consequences, that are far, far from happy. I've met them, I've dealt with them, and it's all revealing revelations of God's side, cosmic game. For me, what was really sad is that, they are the people that they were trying to kill me, and they are the people who are my brothers and sisters, and I came here to help my brothers and sisters, and I'm faced with them trying to destroy me. And whenever somebody is going to be awakened, they face that. I don't know if you know Bob Marley's Awakened, the lyrics, when he tried to influence the government, the politicians in a good way, he got shot. Thank God he didn't get killed, isn't it? But they tried. I remember when one of the greatest double agents that I met is my husband, Amor. My husband pretended to be one of the followers and was on top of the pyramid of the Illuminati elite. He had to trick them, and he had many in place. There is celebrities, there is politicians. We are everywhere, Kai. We had to pretend that we were part of the matrix in order at the right time to help. Otherwise, how could we know what's happening? Everything. Messages of what what move another. We need to be aware of what move they're gonna make for us to make the next move. It is old a game, and we need to be on top of the game. Jamor was actually called when they were trying to put me back to sleep and they couldn't, and then they called the best of the best, the one who can record the mind with the ancient language using the record method to put me back to sleep. So Jamor came, but obviously he was deceiving them. He was deceiving them. And the funny thing is that he got paid by me as my coach because I got him on board. He got paid by them a lot of money for trying to actually put me back to sleep. He was getting money from both sides. But telepathically, he was communicating me, and I trusted him. I mean, he could have destroyed me in no time. I was too weak, and he was too powerful. Without him, I couldn't have made it. It's a great double agent because for 2 years, for about 1.5 years, we were going through the abyss and we were facing all the shadows, and the journey that we had, which was really, really, really hard. And when I lost everything, and he lost everything at the end, because then they realized that he was on my side. And then when they 100% realized that he was on my side, is when he got it from every direction. That I said that out of love, this is what he did. But before that, they didn't know. I remember listening telepathically, and they were talking to them. I said, we don't know if you're teaming up with her or not. And he was telling them, look, I have no idea what's happening. She's really strong. Something is protecting her. It's just taking a little bit of time, but I got it. It was just delaying, yeah. And again, it got really severe because at times his body was taken over by the shadows, and it was going against me. And sometimes my body was taken over by the shadows, and I was in a complete state. And I remember when Jamor, my husband and coach, said to me, you will write the book of this story and it will be made into a movie so everybody can see what's happening. And I remember thinking, how on earth I'm going to write a book if I was completely clueless at the time. But it's happened, look at me now. Everything evolves, and it's how it is. And now more and more celebrities, isn't it, and people are coming to the surface and doing speeches of alignment and the truth. So we're beginning to see the ones that that are on the side of the source, which are absolutely beautiful, and they're coming now because there is lots of shadows have been dismantled, so it's easier now to say who we are and who is on the side of the source. As again, there is a spiritual battle behind the scenes, guys, that nobody knows what it is. And I do a video about a quantum leap and how long does it take to awaken. And what I said to my clients and beautiful friends, don't be in a hurry, guys, because there's got to be an army in place to make sure that you are not dead. I remember once, I was kidnapped for 3 days. My journey was absolutely ridiculous, what I went through. And I remember talking to somebody on the street when I was trying to run away from the shadows. I just came out of custody, but they couldn't keep me in because I had nothing on me, but they took my money and wallet, and I was in the middle of London, about 9 hours, God knows how many hours away from where I live. And I was left there without money, and I was talking to somebody who gave me some money, but he was trying to take my soul. And in the day after, I saw in the newspaper that person had been killed, and I was thinking, oh my God, this is really serious. You know what I mean? it bounces back. Jamor at the moment is facing all the shadows that they are conning people or the trading, because lots of people are getting desperate with money and going to the trading world, crypto. They're doing it the completely wrong way, and there is very clever people, tricksters, that they are there to take people's money. So Jamor and I am working at that, especially my husband, which ones are the ones, so we can expose them and dismantle them, so we can guide people to what is the best way of generating money. We can only advise you guys, the choice is always yours. We don't put anybody under pressure. We just want to tell people the best possible way. You see, when you, this is what I tell my clients, when you awake and you have a 5 weeks, you cannot work. So there's got to be a source of income from you not to get, and you're going to blow lots of money. Even if I'm there trying to say don't, you will, because you become invincible. You need that time of you to enjoy. I remember the first time I woke up, the reality changed. I was in the car, there were no cars, the roads were for me, and the radio took over saying you're free, an amazing song. I don't even know what song it is, and I was driving my car really, really fast, and sometimes with her hands, look, no hands, the car is driving on its own, and I fell asleep, the car was still driving. You go into that amazing reality, that amazing connection with the souls, that really, really, you cannot work, you cannot function normally, you cannot be on zombie line, you're a much higher frequency. So, your spiritual teachers need to make sure that everything is taken care of. So after those 5 weeks, because the shadows will not try to kill you, that you're completely protected, there is an army in place, and that is safe for you to awaken. But I will explain more about the quantum leap and how long does it take. At the end of the day, the focus has to be there. You need to have the right teacher, and you need to have the right income in place, and the right spiritual people that it will be telepathically communicating with your teacher. Say that person is ready. We are gonna do it now. As I say, everything is gentle, is softly, and the source knows what it's doing, and it communicates to the light and beings to make sure that those that are ready, that they will awaken. And as I say to people, it's one of my clients. She came to me and said, Amor, I met two people. I don't know what I did wrong with the first one. The second one enrolled, the other one didn't, and I did the same. I said, well, it's not your fault, darling. Some people are ready now, some people they're not. Some people they're not ready, then, if they see some, because she's very, very powerful, she's absolutely incredible. She does things like Jamor behind the scenes, she's very smart. I was telling her, if somebody comes to you and they don't see that you are the spiritual teacher for them, that the source has sent to you, they're blind. They can't see that they're healers. They can say whatever they want to say, that deluded. Yeah, because the source, is them attracting themselves, you as a channel, to reflect that reflection, to tell them that they need the help. If they don't say it, then that's okay. It's not your job to help these people. They will be helped by the source, and there will be a forced awakening. It's just a matter of what you want to do. You want to be until the end and be just living disconnected for how many years we have, till forced awakening. You want to be the ones who awaken. So what if they try to kill you? You are going to be completely protected, and be the ones who have the privilege to work with the source, and master all these artificial intelligence, sentient beings, and protect the human race and help them to awaken. It's the choice that we have. Whatever choice we make, it's okay. As I told my client, don't take anybody and anything personal. Love everybody. Everything is, it is how it's meant to be. The source knows better. I don't mind if people comes on board or no. I'm always back with clients, and I love it. The right ones come to me, and the ones that they don't come to me and they meet me, well, they had the chance. You know what I mean? So that's good, and I love them, and always send all my love to everybody. So that's the way of doing it, guys. So yeah, double agents. Thanks God for them. I wanted to say to all the double agents who were on my abyss, who were in the abyss of all the lightened ones, and the ones who are going to be there when my clients keep on awakening, I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I couldn't have done it without any of you guys. You were so many of them there. I remember when once my memory was trying to be erased, and there was somebody amazing, and that through technology, he was telling me who I was and kept me telepathically telling me who I was, because Jamor was fighting other sentient beings. The amount of hell I had, and we all have, is so beautiful. It's what pure unconditional love, guys, is all about. So I hope this is helpful, guys. Till next video, and remember, guys, that If the time is now, when is it gonna be? Really, honestly. That's what I don't get, you know what I mean? Why does anybody want to suffer anymore? Why does anybody want to be unconscious and clueless and I don't see, blissfully ignorant. There is nothing as blissfully ignorant. It's sad ignorant, I could say. You know what I mean, guys? Come on, get your strength and encourage your one the source. It's a little bit. I was telling somebody the other day, and this is just me, I was making him laugh. It's a little bit like, suddenly we get the news, and they said, "Oh my goodness, something is happening in the world. It's gonna end in 3 days unless you work out this riddle that we're gonna give you, and you work out the riddle. You cannot go to the new world. In 3 days, the Earth is finished." So what would people do? Well, trying to work out the riddle to go to the other place to survive, isn't it? But what about some people? Oh, I'm really busy. I need to, and I don't have money now. I need to go on board to money to pay the mortgage. Yeah, but the world is gonna finish in 3 days. You need to work out the riddle. Yeah, but I have to pick up the children from school. I'm busy. And this is a little bit what I encounter with people, yeah, or my clients, or myself, when people say to me, yeah, in the next 2 or 3 months, or it's not the right time, I've got my children, I'm finishing this course. And I'm thinking, do you realize that we are at the end of the days? Do you realize that nothing is more important than awakening? Of course you don't realize. You're unconscious, bless your heart. Your time will come, isn't it? So anyway, guys, till next video, with all the love in my heart. Any question, just ask. Bye.